Hello everyone, welcome to another game of Squirrels Baseball. I am Aaron, and this is the last home game of the regular season, and it's also a bench game, so I think we want to take the apples out this time. Alright, that. Remember to do that. Okay. Let's get this started here. So far, the Squirrels and the Reds are the only team that have officially punched their ticket into the postseason. Though I do believe, it's going off memory, I didn't look it up, but I'm pretty confident the Astros have a magic number of 1, and the White Sox have a magic number of 2, and the Tigers are also very close to clinching the wild card. So the AL is almost set. It's just going to be a question of whether it's the Red Sox or Yankees out of the East. I believe right now the Red Sox have a 1-game lead. The Red Sox actually had a pretty decent lead on the Yankees. They came back and tied it. But the Red Sox, I think, back on top by a game. In the National League, for a while it looked like we were for sure going to play whoever came out of the East, but the West has taken a nosedive. I think right at the moment the Dodgers are 1 game better than the Phillies, and they are both only 1 game up on the second place teams of the Mets and Giants. The Diamondbacks also somewhat in that mix anyway. I think they are 3 games back. Oh, we got a special play there. Chris Duffy started off the game with a base hit, and Jonathan immediately picks him off of first. So 1 hit, but 1 out already. Luis Rivas will swing and miss at the first pitch. And in case you didn't catch that, yes, Jonathan pitching today. That pitch a bit too far inside. Rivas hits this one foul over in right field. 1-2. This is a base hit into shallow left. Quentin gets that back in. Another single. Jack Wilson to the plate. You might think Jonathan would go back to first after what happened to Duffy, but he goes to the plate. And Wilson is going to get a base hit into right. Pirates, 3 batters, 3 hits to start off. The pickoff, the only out so far. Xavier Nady at the plate with runners on the corners. And he's going to foul this off down the right field line. And this pitch a bit too high. Inside, makes it 2-1. This one was fair over first base. The only out the Squirrels get is at second, but Rivas did not take off for home. So runners still on the corners. Pirates have not scored as of this moment. Johnson has an 0-2 count at the plate. Jonathan 1 pitch away from getting out of this mess. And he won't. Oh, he does. Hit right back to Jonathan, and he makes the play before he can get through for an RBI single. Well, didn't expect that. All right, the Pirates, same lineup we've been seeing. Looks like Brandon Webb on the mound. And here is Kester to lead things off. First pitch is a strike. Second pitch is not. 1-1. This pitch up and in. And this one too low. We've got a 3-1 count. Sinker called a strike to make it a full count. And this is fouled away. Aviles giving chase, and he will make the grab. One down. Here is Miyake. That sinker too far outside. That fastball over the outside corner. 1-1. Swing and a miss to make it 1-2. Line drive, but right to Johnson for the second out of the inning. That will bring Chief to the plate. Fun fact, I was really trying to find historical team records, but I found the career numbers. Chief and Zach have the exact same number of career home runs, which this is going off of memory. I want to say it's 36. But Chief is known for hitting doubles, and he does so again here. He very comfortably now holds the all-time single-season record for doubles this year. And Quinton gets a base hit into left field, and that will score the first run of the game. The Pirates, that has to sting. I'm sure they don't know how they didn't score in the top of the first. And that will bring Zach to the plate. Runner on first. 2 outs. A 1-1 count. The Squirrels leading 1-0. Swings and misses to make it 1-2. Fouled away over by Sweeney, waiting on deck. Towards the middle, but not hit hard. Wilson will pick it up and throw to first. That will end the first inning, but the Squirrels take the early 1-0 lead. Jeff Blum will lead things off for the Pirates in the second. First pitch from Jonathan, in there for a strike. Curveball in there for strike 2. Slider gets a little pop up towards second. Phil makes the grab. 1 down. Here is Aviles. He did make a fairly nice play on a ball Kester fouled off back in the first inning already. Has an 0-2 count at the plate. Fighting off a sneeze here. Okay. Aviles strikes out swinging. Niger Morgan now to the plate. He looks at strike 1. Fouled off. That'll make it 0-2. Ground ball to first. Sweeney will step on the bag, and that will end the top of the second. Still a 1-0 Squirrels lead, and they will start off with Sweeney at the plate. First pitch to Sweeney is called a strike on a changeup. And a fastball for strike 2, both pitches down in the zone. This one gets elevated just a bit, and Sweeney puts it into right field for a base hit. 1 on with nobody out. Martinez at the plate, probably having his best offensive season. Hitting almost 240 with 13 RBI, though. As we do call him Clutch Martinez, as the runner moves into scoring position on the wild pitch, he does seem to come through when it matters, and right on cue, here's a hit into center field, though Sweeney doesn't try to score on it. Curiously, here's Phil, who is not having a great year, although it's probably about average for him at the plate. That's why if you've been with us the whole time, you might remember Phil was our original starting second baseman, but he just could not hit enough to stay in the lineup. He's going to get a base hit here, though. It falls into shallow center. 1 run already scores. Leaves runners on first and second with nobody out. Jonathan at the plate. Squirrels now leading 2-0 as Jonathan looks at strike 1. That curveball down and in. Now he shows bunt. Thought he might do that earlier in the at-bat. That bunt goes foul. Looks like he's going to swing away now. She does, but whiffs. 1 down, back to the top of the order. Kester fouled out in his first at-bat. 1 strikeout for Webb. I don't remember off the top of my head who that was. That's called infield fly. It wasn't much of a fly. 2 outs now. Runners on first and second. Was Miyake the strikeout? I can't remember. Anyway, he's got a 1-1 count in this at-bat. He will look at a changeup for strike 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That'll end the inning. The Squirrels score another to make it 2-0 as we go into the third, where Brandon Webb will lead things off.
Number 17, Brandon Webb, pitcher.
First pitch gets a swing and a miss. Oh, up by Webb's head. You definitely don't want to injure the opposing pitcher. That's not cricket. Webb with a 2-1 count, and he will swing and miss at a palm ball to make it 2-2. Called strike 3. That's the first out of the inning. That'll bring Chris Duffy to the plate. Got a hit in his first at bat and then was immediately picked off of first. He has an 0-2 count in this at-bat, and only 2 strikeouts for Jonathan that time around the Pirates order, which is odd for him this year. He was only, before they pitched this last time around, he was only like 5 strikeouts behind Pauly for the Major League lead in strikeouts. So he's normally not quite that far up. It's usually Pauly and Graves fighting for that. I think Graves was third, but it was a little distant. Rivas at the plate will swing and miss for strike 3, and that will end the third inning, the top half anyway. Squirrels leading 2-0 as we go to the bottom half of the inning, where Chief will lead things off for the Squirrels. Chief doubled in his first at-bat. Swings and misses at strike 1. High hop back. Webb ends up fielding it. I thought Aviles might take it for a moment, but Webb did the job. Quinton with an RBI. Yeah, he had an RBI single. Had to think about that for a second. Chief did score on that. Fouls that pitch away. He's got a 1-1 count. He's also batting left-handed, I might note. Pops this one up high in the air in foul ground. Blum makes the catch. 2 away. Here's Zach, who ground out in his first at-bat. He has not had his normal year. Only 1 home run. 50 RBI even seems a bit low for him. And a 258, that's low, but not as low as the other numbers, I feel like. He strikes out in this at-bat, and that will end the third inning. Still a 2-0 Squirrels lead. Pittsburgh will start off with Jack Wilson at the plate in the fourth.
Number 2, Jack Wilson.
Jack Wilson got a base hit in his first at-bat. So he looks at strike 1. Swings and misses at the palm ball to make it 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 down. Xavier Nady ground out in his first at-bat, when Rivas opted not to try to score, which I think the Pirates have to be regretting now. Swings and a miss. That makes it an 0-2 count. Looks at strike 3. 2 away. Johnson had called a line out. It could have been a pop out too, just second. Looks at strike 1. Swings and misses to make it 0-2. The pitch is too low, 1-2. Ground ball. Kester will grab that and throw to first, and that will end the inning. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Squirrels still leading 2-0, and they will start off with Sweeney at the plate.
Number 7,
Sweeney, I don't think, hit a home run all of last year. Has 3 this year. I feel like he's hit most of his home runs in Wrigley Field, and we're not going back there this year. He grounds out to short in this at-bat, and that'll bring Martinez to the plate. He got a base hit in his first at-bat, but Sweeney did not try to score. He stopped at third, so robbed him of an RBI. Phil had to pick up that slack, which, you know, good for him. He's not got a lot of those this year. Martinez looks at strike three. 2 away. Here's Phil. Like I said, with the RBI single his last time up. Swings and misses at a fastball. Bounces in a fastball. 1-1. That curveball misses outside. Might have been low as well. Outside again, makes it 3-1. And Phil with a 2-hit day. Look at him. I guess he heard what I said about him. I feel like that's how that always goes too. Jonathan struck out in his first at-bat. Looks at strike one here. And he's going to come up with the base hit into right. Phil, I mean, I don't think any runner would have gone to third, but Phil especially is not going to test that out. Brings Kester to the plate, and he will look at strike one. 2 on, 2 outs. Line drive, that gets through the right side of the infield, but Phil will not try to score. Again, he is very slow. Bases are loaded for Miyake, but there are 2 outs. But this is a chance for the Squirrels to bust this game open. A sinker called strike one. Curveball swung on and missed. Swing and a miss on another sinker, and that will end the inning. Webb out of a lot of trouble. Does not give up a run in that inning, though it is still a 2-0 Squirrels lead. We move into the 5th, where Jeff Blum will lead things off.
Number 27, Jeff Blum.
First pitch is a fastball for strike one. Pops this one up in foul ground. Chief is over to make the grab for the first out. Here is Aviles, struck out in his first at-bat. Bounces in a palm ball. Aviles doesn't chase. Does chase that slider. 1-1. Swing and a miss makes it 1-2. Called strike three. 2 down. Here's Niger Morgan. Ground out in his first at-bat. First pitch a bit outside. Looks at strike one. Looks at strike two. And that slider too low. 2-2, 2 outs, nobody on. Palm ball gets a ground ball that will... Oh, it actually is off Phil's glove. I think you can still call that up the middle. And it will go down as a hit. Brings Brandon Webb to the plate, who pops the first pitch up to third. Chief waiting. And he makes the grab to end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Squirrels still leading 2-0. Chief will lead things off at the plate. Chief starts off with a swing and a miss, and then fouls this one away to make it 0-2 count. Swing and a miss, strike three. 1 down, here's Quinton. He is 1 for 2 today. Sinker called strike one. Swing and a miss makes it 0-2. Fouled away. Swing and a miss, strike three. 2 down, here's Zach, who struck out in his last at-bat, currently 0 for 2. Hits this one into center field, but right to Duffy, who makes the grab. We move to the 6th inning, and Chris Duffy is going to lead things off for Pittsburgh. Still a 2-0 Squirrels lead.
Number 6, Chris Duffy.
Duffy 1 for 2 on the day. Swings and misses. Swings and misses again. Ground ball to second. Phil gets it to first. One down. That'll bring Luis Rivas to the plate. He is 1 for 2. Got a base hit in his first at bat. Looks at strike one. A pitch down and away. Comes back with a fastball that gets ground to short. Kester to first. 2 away. Here is Jack Wilson. He is also 1 for 2. So all those hits in the first inning and no runs scored. Wilson with an 0-2 count. Swings and misses at a fastball, and that will end the top of the 6th. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Still a 2-0 Squirrels lead. Sweeney due to lead off. Sweeney 1 for 2. Looks at strike one. That sinker broke too far inside. Pops this one up. Webb is going to field it in front of the mound, and he does make the catch. 1 down. Here's Martinez. He is 1 for 2. That curveball goes outside. Fastball up and in, and then a fastball right down the middle, and Martinez whiffs on it. Swings and misses at a curveball to make it 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down. Phil 2 for 2 on the day. He's got that average almost up to 190. Looks at strike one. Looks at strike 2. And another base hit into right field, a 3 for 3 day. And we will pinch hit here. What's Mommy said? Let's try Whiteman here. He's got a chance to bat left-handed. I feel like most of our switch hitters, I feel like that's where more of his power is, which makes sense. I think that's true of most switch hitters, and he immediately pops up the first pitch, and Webb will make the grab. We'll go into the 7th inning, still a 2-0 Squirrels lead. Xavier Nady is going to lead things off for Pittsburgh. We are going to turn to Gonzalez on the mound. Felix had a meltdown a few weeks ago, just a terrible one, but has bounced back nicely since. So hopefully we get that Gonzalez today. The bounce back one, not the meltdown. Xavier Nady, like I said, is going to be leading off, and he starts off with a swing and a miss on a changeup. Another changeup gets put into left field for a base hit. We're going to get a pinch something here. Pinch runner. Calaspo is going to come in to run for Nady, which is a +3 on the speed. This pickoff attempt does not result in an out. Splitter, and therefore strike one. I can feel another sneeze coming on. Another base hit in the left. And not looking great for Gonzalez here. He has not retired anybody yet. We get another pinch runner, Stephen Drew, a big upgrade over Johnson. Runners on first and second. Blum looks at a ball. Said nobody out yet. This one is going to fall in for another hit, and the Pirates will have their first run. Just a little bloop into center field. Said none of these are hit particularly hard, but they've been well placed. Vilas at the plate, swings and misses at a fastball. He'll hit a pop-up. Infield fly called. One down. Here's Niger Morgan. He will swing late on a fastball. Misses the changeup to make it 0-2. Ground ball. They get the out at second. That's the only out the Squirrels get. So runners on the corners with the pitcher spot up, and they will bring Griffiths in to hit. So he's their new draft pick, and he is hitting almost 300. Not a lot of at-bats, but still pretty good for a fresh into the league guy. He's got an 0-2 count here. Gonzalez goes with the splitter, gets a pop-up. Phil waiting for it. Makes the catch and gets us to the 7th inning stretch. Squirrels now leading 2-1. Kester is going to lead off after the break. All right, Matt Capps is going to take over on the mound. Calaspo and Stephen Drew come out of the game. Griffith stays in to play right, and Cardona, don't know how he got here. If he was a draft pick or if he got here via trade. He's going to take over in center. Kester starts this at-bat off with a ball. And then a changeup outside. So down by his feet. He's got a 3-0 count. So we have seen a lot of Matt Capps. I can't imagine he's got that much left in the tank. He does get a called strike there to make it 3-1. Then a base hit down the left field line. I imagine Kester will make this a double, and he sure will. Leadoff double. That will bring Miyake to the plate, but we're going to take a look at a replay first. Just right down the line. Here is Miyake. First pitch, called a strike. Hits this one through the left side of the infield, but it won't score Kester. Runners on the corners. Here is Chief, who does already have a double today. That first pitch is too high. Swing and a miss to make it 1-1. Oh, they're going to pick off Miyake. Kester didn't even hint towards home. I don't know if it would have really changed much. So there is now an out. A runner still on third, though. Ground ball. Kester's going to come home. Throw goes to first. So that is an RBI for Chief. 3-1 Squirrels. 2 outs, bases empty. Here is Quinton. He fouls the first pitch straight back. And this pitch floats outside. Swing and a miss makes it 1-2. Hit this one right to Blum at third, and that will be the third out of the inning. That was the third out. We go to the 8th. A 3-1 Squirrels lead now. Pirates back to the top of their order. It is a save type situation, so we'll go get Hermida to do a setup inning. Alright, Duffy is 1 for 3. Looks at strike one. Pops up the curveball and foul ground. Martinez makes the grab. One down. Here's Luis Rivas. He is 1 for 3. He will look at a strike on the curve. And that pitch down and out. There's a called strike, 1-2. Pitch out of the zone, and then a fastball for strike 3. 2 away. We're going to get a pinch hitter for Jack Wilson. Here comes Ryan Sweeney, who does have better average and more homers. Not as many RBI, though I'm sure that's more of an opportunity thing. So I've never totally understood batting Jack Wilson third, but I didn't make the lineup. Sweeney's going to ground out to Kester. And we'll move to the bottom of the 8th. Still a 3-1 Squirrels lead, and Zach is going to lead things off for Indianapolis. Blum is going to move to short, and Shilon Hu is going to take over at third. Ryan Sweeney comes out of the game. Matt Kapp starts Zach off with a ball, too high. And one in the zone, and he grounds to Hu for the first out. Here's our Sweeney. He's 1 for 3 so far. Looks at a ball outside. There's a called strike. Swing and a miss makes it 1-2. Grounds this one to Hu at third. The ball has found him, and he has been up to the task. Here's Martinez. He is 1 for 3, a single and a couple strikeouts. Nobody on base with 2 outs, and that pitch is too low. Low again, makes it 2-0. There's a called strike. And Martinez, a little bloop towards short, and I think it's Cardona took over there, makes the catch. Pirates need 2 runs to stay alive. It's currently the pitcher's spot, which I now can't remember how Caps came into the game, so I don't know if that was legit or not. Dunwoody is going to come in to pinch hit. Know nothing about him either, but we're going to go get Shibuya to go get save. I think this would be save number 65 if he converts this, I think. I don't take that as gospel, but if it's not 65, it's real close. And Dunwoody not going to take that at bat. Here comes Marco Scudero. Shibuya will start him off with a high fastball. Scudero lays off. Swings and misses at the off-speed pitch. Ground ball to second, Phil to first, 1 away. Here is Cardona, his first at bat. Looks at strike 1. And he's going to get a line drive into right for a 1-out single. That will bring the tying run to the plate. And we get a pinch runner, Brian Bixler, who actually saw a lot of at Indianapolis. He's going to take over at first. Blum swings and misses at a changeup, and then grounds that one through the left side of the infield for another base hit. The go-ahead run will come to the plate in the form of Aviles. 2 on with 1 out. Bloop towards second. Phil catches that, no problem. Pirates down to their final out. Niger Morgan at the plate. 2 on. That ball is down and away. And a ground ball foul down the first base line. 1-1. That fastball too low. Not real enticing. That was, but it's foul again down the first base line. 2-2. Can Shibuya avoid a bat? Not yet. Fouled at the plate this time. Breaking ball. This one's going to be fair. Sweeney steps on first. Your final score today, Pittsburgh Pirates 1, Indianapolis Squirrels 3, and they come away victorious in their last home regular season game. We will take a look at some highlights. There are 6 games left in the regular season. Like I said, we will be on the road for all 6 of those. The next 4 are in Milwaukee, and then we have 2 more against the Pirates at PNC Park. So we'll get to see this lineup again pretty soon. We've not seen the Brewers in some time, so it'll be interesting to see what changes they've made to their lineup. Quentin going to be your player of the game. Thank you everybody for watching. If you'd like to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, feel very free. Otherwise, like I said, we'll be in Milwaukee tomorrow. We will see you then.